Diamond. I am sitting on your couch because I can't sleep. It's 3:44 a.m. I don't want to wake you with my tossing and turning, so I'm sitting here fidgeting in your living room. The room is bathed in navy blue, and the white noise makes me feel like I'm on a raft in the Atlantic. This is the hardest part, dreading the sunrise and hating the birds. A friend told me to look at the moon because it puts things into perspective. Just a dead gray dot in an inky plain, a life preserver filled with milk in the middle of the ocean, like me. But it's strange staring at something so many poets and writers and musicians have written about. It pulls the tides like you tug my hair. It summons our babies in blood. I wish I could show you that everything will be okay, and the ways I'll never hurt you. But it takes time. Like a diamond, pressure and time. I've been meeting strangers from the internet since I was 15. Surfwax 684. I didn't even surf, but that was my screen name. I met Broken 615 in a music chat room. She messaged me and we got to talking. We spoke for weeks until our mothers drove us to the Altamont Mall, where we met in front of a Hot Topic. We held hands in Sears, and the day I got my driver's license, I drove to her house a couple cities over. I've never been in a room quite like hers. It took up the entire second floor of her parents' house, as she was their only child, and its walls were unfinished cedar. There is nothing more sacred than a teenage girl's room. She always had candles and incense burning, and Christmas lights and cigarettes. The walls were covered in posters of serpentine rock stars, lithely curling their fingers and fists around microphones as if they were crushing baby birds, eyes closed and head cocked to the side. Scott Weiland, Morrissey. It was a goddamn fire pit, actually. But we would hold hands on her beanbag chair until one day she worked up the courage to kiss me, and that was all it took. She pushed me up against her bedroom wall, and cedar splinters dug into my back. My first kiss was painful and foreshadowing. Her skin was olive, and when I'd touch her, I felt fine lines of scabs from where she'd cut herself. It was the only way she knew how to cope with the abuse and neglect she suffered. Her father would beat her while her mother looked the other way. And that broke my heart. Then so did she. My mother found me in my brother's room, watching television static between bouts of crying my eyes out. But I promised myself I would never look back on this and chalk it up to being young and stupid. And I never have. The pain was as real as her father's razor blades dragging across her skin. So I learned to hold love at a distance, far away from me and on my terms. I only let people see what I want them to, letting out narrow streams of ugliness and weakness. I control the tap. Just me. But it made letting love in about as easy as water can crawl back up a spigot. Whatever runoff trickled through the overflow hole, the majority lingered out in outer space between cell phone towers and satellites. It left me aching, like titrating morphine. No risks or surprises, just tedious, stretched out rubber bands of pressure and time. And when it inevitably broke, it came back to me in a resolute, resounding, stinging snap. I've been doing this for 23 years. lighting lives on fire and warming my hands on burnt bridges, which left me feeling more empty than if I'd never loved at all. It wasn't real until it was, and then I just didn't have the energy. I couldn't fix anything or stop drinking, and then it was gone. I was alone again and somehow more lonely than ever. If I'm honest, I'm tired. If I'm tired, I'm starving. And then you found me, and I can't sleep. It's 5:17 a.m. and I'm waiting for the snap. You're a phantom limb. I can still feel you, but when I reach for you, you're not there. My maple syrup ghost. I overflow. You trickle away, and your smell starts to fade from my fingers, along with the soft curves of your face. I always take a photo of the back of your neck, in case you see something you don't like. And it's the last I see of you. I've memorized it. But I want to love you head on. I want to show you everything.